Hey guys, Jengar here. Welcome to today's realistic review in which we are taking a look at the French F8F-1B Bearcat, sitting at 6.3 battle rating in realistic battle, and quite a lovely plane she is, just like her American cousin, a fantastic prop plane. In the French version I saw a lot of jet matches, even more than in the usual Bearcat. If you want to see prop matches, go and check out my US version review after this video and you'll see a very nice prop match in there. Today I only have jet matches for you, as for some reason I think it has to do with the P-51H and this Bearcat being flown a lot. There's a lot of allied 6.3 planes getting into the queue, and you know, there's always enough German fighter jets that are being flown, so yeah, perfect matchup there. I had a few matches where we had a complete team of props fighting a complete team of German jets. So there is quite a bit of challenge there, but there's also quite a lot of fun there. Well, let's check the plane out, shall we? Is this plane capable of fighting that many jets? Well, I think it is. It's pretty cool. The maximum speed in this plane at sea level is 592 kilometers an hour. That's pretty nice. Go up to 4,500 meters and the speed drops to 508 kilometers an hour, and at 6,500 meters the maximum speed on the plane is 475, which is also still quite nice for the plane. The stall speed in the plane lies at 167 kilometers an hour, which is quite good, and you can definitely perform fantastic stall maneuvers in this plane. Take this plane in a dive and you have quite a nice top speed there, sitting at 788 kilometers top speed before it redlines, and 850 kilometers an hour before you rip apart. Now that is quite nice. That is almost jet speed, and you are definitely capable of catching jets in this plane when you come from altitude, which is quite nice. When you get into that dive though, you get a little bit, a tiny little bit of control stiffening at around 650 kilometers an hour, and you really start to notice control stiffening above 750 kilometers an hour, which is almost at its red line anyway, so it doesn't really matter that the control stiffening is there. You already want to pull out probably as you go along. The firepower in this plane is excellent. You have 4 20mm AN M3 cannons, rapid firing guns with 206 rounds for its guns, and I used default belt for the guns, as this belt has the most high explosive fillers and still has tracers. 600 meter convergence in this match, so yeah, so I could go both for head-ons and for closer encounters without much trouble. The ammo load is fantastic on the plane. Take the plane into a dive and you have very good acceleration. The energy retention in the horizontal is excellent, and in the vertical it's good. When you pull high G's you do lose some energy, so you gotta be aware of that. Don't pull too many high G's maneuvers at the same time, because you will waste a lot of speed. But in general the energy retention is very good. The climb rate is excellent as well. Until 5,000 meters this plane has one of the best climb rates, which is very nice, and you can definitely get the altitude. Even the turn time in the plane is good, and with flaps it is very good. You have flaps that are unbreakable. I could not break them. They go over the top speed of the plane, so you have you can equip them at all times. Although you are capable of ripping your wings when you have your flaps deployed at high speeds and high G maneuvers. You can rip off your wing when you have the flaps deployed, so be aware of that. The roll rate in the plane is excellent, although it does get sluggish when you are below 300 kilometers an hour, at which speed this plane becomes generally very sluggish in its maneuverability. Overall, I would say, with the good turn time and the excellent roll rate, this plane's maneuverability is very good. The plane does suffer from overheating, which is not very good, and it does need some extensive cooling now and then. It will only cool down when you take the plane off 100%, and there it does work. So you can cool it off. This AR-34 is giving us some trouble here. I'm trying for a long range shot there. He can basically boom and zoom us indefinitely here. If we look at the durability of the Bearcat, is very good. You can take a hit or two in this plane. Although of course you gotta be lucky where that hit is. But I found it to be pretty durable in its basic form. Now here comes the AR again. We roll over the top, pull in after him. Of course he is outrunning us without any problems. And this moment was actually the moment where we shoot off his wing tip. But yeah, he just keeps on flying and we don't get the kill, unfortunately. But later on this guy tells us that we had actually shot off his wing, actually accounting for our 4th kill. If the wingtip ripoff gods would have been more on our side. But it wasn't to be, and this guy managed to keep his plane up. He does decide not to continue to follow me into the dive, and I went on a merry chase with this guy. I could not catch him, of course, as the AR is much faster than me, and we end up with 3 air targets destroyed, 1 assist, and this guy with his wing shot off, but no cigar for us, unfortunately. Second match against Jets, we get a critical hit to begin with in this head-on. As we take it up into the vertical again. When you take this plane into jet matches, you gotta make sure you have an altitude advantage. And most of the enemy jets basically turn up lower than you when the teams crash, and there's always players that are lower, basically pulling often a lot of people down for the easy kills, and that's where you come in with your Bearcat and you are in for a lot of fun. Although if the jet pilots are good and they maintain their speed very well, it can be a little frustrating as well. Although thank God this plane does have cannons that can catch them. They are rapid firing guns. They have a tight beam of lead in the air when you fire the guns, and difficult for a jet to sneak through your bullets. And if your aim is true on the jets, then you can definitely shoot down a lot of them while flying this plane, as for them it is very difficult to get their guns on target with you. In this plane, with its maneuverability, you basically can out dogfight any of the jets with ease. That guy crashes into the ground after maneuvering to get away from us, so that's good. Don't know if we can count that for a kill, but in the war that definitely happened. Hey guys, a plane crashed there and there, that was my kill. Yep. And then somebody had to see that you were maneuvering with that. Had to be verified, right? I wonder if those pilots sometimes hook up each other's kill or not. I don't know. Shared kills we call them. I think maybe we should introduce that in Wartime. Shared kills instead of enemy kill assist. That might actually be a little bit less frustrating, and if they come onto your definite scoreboard in-game on your profile as well, where enemy kill assists are of course missing, and that would be quite nice. This plane, guys, is a very good energy fighter that can also boom and zoom very well. Those two roles are excellently suited for the plane, but a lot of the planes that it faces are also less maneuverable than this plane. And you can then transition between those 3 roles. You can also be a ground attacker, because this plane has a shitload of options for ground attacking. From rockets to bombs to tiny tims and all that jazz. There's a lot of options, and that makes this plane to one of the more versatile planes in War Thunder, I would say. It can fulfill all the roles, and it can also ground attack. What more do you want in a plane? You can definitely fill your longing to its heart content in any of the roles you can think of in War Thunder with this Bearcat. So very nice for the French 3 that they have one, and it fills a big gap before the jets come, so it was definitely necessary as well. Let's see what kind of rewards we got. We've got Terror of the Sky, Bulletproof, On Hand, 57,000 Silver Lions and 3,300 research points. Hey guys, so here we are after the match. Now the French Bearcat definitely is a plane that you want to put some time in. It is one of the planes that you can definitely use to grind out all of the French jets, if that's what you want. If you're a grinder and you want to do that, I would prefer to spade planes and to make it a little bit slower, but to not get myself into one plane and then fly it until I'm completely tired of it. But this is definitely a plane in which you can vary your roles and you can approach each match differently. You can ground pound, you can boom and zoom, you can energy fight, you can dog fight, you can do all things in this plane. You can fight jets. Very versatile plane and a very good plane, of course. You know I love the Bearcat, you've seen that already in my other Bearcat reviews. But this was definitely no exception. Got good results in the thing, better than 3 to 1 kill death ratio at the moment against mostly jets. This plane doesn't disappoint. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to thank you all for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.